Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. Today's lesson is still dealing with inequalities. We're just going to talk about a couple of unique ones today. So let's get started with the first one I have here. 5 minus 4x is greater than or equal to 2x minus 7. So if I'm going to solve this, the first thing that my eye goes to is that negative 4x. So I want to get rid of that. And when I do that, if you notice, the x goes to the right side when usually we have it on the left side. That's okay. We're going to keep solving this. Divide. Okay, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, is just being able to read this. So this says 2 is greater than or equal to x. I don't like to read it that way. So when you have an issue like this, what you can do is you can take the problem and just flip it around. So instead of 2 on the left side, it's going to go on the right side. I'm going to move the x to the other side, but when you do that, this sign in the middle needs to flip the other direction. So now it says x is less than or equal to 2, which reads a little bit easier. So when we go to graph it, it's going to be a little bit nicer because we know it's equal to, so that means it's a closed dot at 2, and x is everything less than 2. Less than means left, so we're going to put our arrow left. The next one we're going to talk about is one like this. Our step 1, distribute, so we have 15 minus 3x is greater than or equal to 7x minus 1. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. Normally I'd add 3x, but this time I'm going to subtract 7x. 15 minus 10x greater than or equal to negative 1. Oops, subtract 15. And this is where we run into a little bit of a problem dealing with this negative number. So I want to divide like I normally do, but I'm not dividing by just 10. I'm dividing by negative 10. And when we're thinking negatives and positives on a number line, when I'm thinking negative 10 and moving it to positive 10, I'm flipping it across the 0. So when we do that, we need to flip the sign. So this greater than or equal to actually becomes a less than or equal to when you divide by a negative. That's the unique case. So every time we divide by a negative number, the symbol needs to flip directions. That is the only time we change the symbol, is when we're dividing by a negative. Okay, these are your two unique problems. There are some just like it on your homework, so give those a try and let me know if you have any questions.